So Peter Dutton says he wants to have a referendum on deporting people. Well, maybe, but also maybe not. It really depends when you were reading the news this morning. So Peter Dutton today said that he wants to have a discussion about giving the government the power to strip dual citizens of their Australian citizenship and deport them if they commit a serious enough crime, like terrorism, for example. Now, judges can do this through the courts already, so to give ministers the power to do this, they'd have to go through a referendum and amend the constitution. So Peter went on Sunrise, spruiking the idea, having ample time to say stuff like,
"We've got people in our country who hate our country, who want to cause terrorist attacks." And
now, there was no confirmation that this was actual Liberal Party policy, though. And in fact, a few hours later, the Liberal Party's Justice spokesperson, Michaelia Cash, had issued a statement saying that there were no plans to have a referendum at this stage. So it's not really clear why Dutton brought it up so strongly, only for his fellow senator to downplay the idea just a few hours later. And where did this story come from? Well, Dutton's idea to have a referendum if necessary was actually reported on a month ago, and the Channel 9 papers have done another story this week, which then got picked up by Seven. And all of a sudden, the media cycle of the day is dominated by talk of another referendum and getting people scared about dual citizens committing terrorism. So what's the reaction been? Well, Albanese's called it
another thought bubble from Peter Dutton that hasn't made it to lunchtime.
And former I'm a Celebrity contestant, Senator Jackie Lambie, says this has only come up because Peter Dutton's got nothing else to sell for the election. Could she have a point? I mean, a week out from the budget that they will be expected to respond to, you'd think they'd be talking about economics, right? Either way, whether or not Australia should or could deport a group of dangerous people we're not entirely able to put a number on was the story of the day. And the election has still not been called.